What's up, peeps? Jen and Cassandra here with more, whatever the hell this is. Some stew. Sorry, I'm trying to write and talk at the same time. It is not a thing I can do well, apparently. That being said, we continue on our journey to help the lovely Farah achieve her art career.
Farah. I always think of
Prince of Persia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize until like day 5 with her. I was like, she has a name, right? What is it?
Probably should have let her play. But I'm an ass, so.
There you go. Solution. So yeah, it's like from Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
It makes me happy. I'm actually a little sad that the prince never had a name.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like,
I guess it makes sense because he was telling the story and never mentioned it. It never came up.
And then it's like, wait, who are you? Call me Kakalukia.
Basically, basically just proving that the story he told her was true.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not bullshitting you. This legit happened.
But it's too late now.
Because you slapped me.
So obviously, we're not going to be a thing now, so,
And I can't, do the normal thing and just, like...
Date you?
Yeah!
Well, I feel like his father wouldn't approve.
What is that?
So it would be hard. Like, if she was already on his side, he could be like,
bridge
gaps.
They could bridge gaps, you know what I mean? It could be a very, like, combining of two kingdoms type thing.
I mean, they could, but, effort.
This is taking so long.
And also, then you couldn't have number 2, could you?
No. Or they could.
But have her in it?
Well, not
They
even...
travel the world together.
Or maybe she died.
Yeah, knowing her.
Oh, man, memories.
Oh, look! A crack! She crawled into a crack and she died in there, and he couldn't reach because he's too broad.
Yeah.
And manly.
Farah! No!
Like, he could undo it with the sand.
Yeah.
But,
it's too late. That's what we need to do.
I waited too long.
It's like, no, it's too late. I can't. And then someone else is there. It's like, but I thought it's no, I can't.
It's like when you accidentally use it, like, for just a brief second and it resets it so you can't go further back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah,
it's like he's just like, tap.
Oops. Oh, no, I double tapped.
Guess I can't go back.
Oh, well.
Oh, Farah, no.
It was nice while it lasted.
You still don't have that art job, huh?
No, I don't. She's really behind.
No,
Yeah.
poor thing. I just find it interesting, like, you're helping her, but your sim is the one with the golden wants.
Yeah.
And none of them really seem related to Farah.
No, they don't even interact. I don't think they've said one word to each other.
It's like, Torin's a jerk, let's go beat him up. It's like, well, Farah wants an art career. She won't make it as an artist anyway.
I'm the artist. There can only be one. Ugh, come on.
Yep. I knew this was going to become a problem. I should have said something maybe,
That's
but
okay.
then I was like,
It'll come up eventually. And by the time it does, what are you doing? Oh, he's cheering me on? That's
No,
weird.
he's like, drop it, drop it, end my misery, drop it. I feel a little bit bad because the other day I was talking with Nikki, and she was saying how she's not sure, like, because we do our own thumbnails and they're all like unique and drawn and whatever. And she said she didn't know how we found the like effort to do it and the time. Well, like how I like actually got around to like doing it.
Yeah.
And bringing myself to do it.
Yeah.
And I kind of did a very political sidestep of it where I was like, oh, well, the most recent one we did, I spent all this much time on the other thing, but then I half-assed the rest. So I didn't really, like, answer the question.
Well, the truth is, like, for us, it's a little bit easier because this is what we're doing kind of full time.
Right.
Whereas with she has a part-time job. I like, honestly, her thumbnails as they are really good.
They are.
So I don't even know what she would need to add to it to make it better, but...
Well, I think she was more just like
Oops,
not necessarily finding the time, but finding the what's the word she used? It's actually like getting yourself to do it.
Yeah.
The motivation.
Yeah.
And for me, the motivation is literally, it's due, it has to be done.
Yeah.
And also, you know, good soundtrack.
Yeah.
A good soundtrack is what you need. Like, find music you like that inspires you.
A little bit of time and what you really want to do, preferably. Like, if you're at least amused by the idea, that helps.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does. And also, the other thing is, just consider, like, if you do it properly and layer it properly, every part of it you're doing is an asset that you won't have to do later. Which is why you put full effort into the one now, because then later... I'm having that problem with Aragorn right now, where that one fucking eye looks so stupid, and I hate it, but I have to keep reusing him. And now I'm just like, I need to redo that eye at some point. But if I'd done it right the first time...
You wouldn't have to.
I just copy and paste.
She still hasn't given food to Sim. So disappointed.
Now, this is one that's coming up. She wants to find something with a metal detector. I can't remember how to do it.
Well, buying the metal detector, and then you just walk around.
See, I wasn't sure if it was one of those things where you had to go to a mall and buy it or something stupid, you know? Oh, there's one I'm looking really forward to, and I can't remember if I've done it with my old sim, but there's like a film warehouse. Mm-hmm. Like a film set.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you get to do anything with it, but I really hope you do, because I feel like that would be fun.
Yeah. It looks like there's a... Sorry. It looks like there's something that you might be able to do with that, like that giant camera thing. It's pretty interesting. Probably make a sandwich.
So I wonder if they'll be like, you have to film an actual scene, and it's gonna be really bad.
I would love that. I would love it so much.
You know, there's actually a game like that where it's, I want to say it's like Movie Maker or something, but it's not. There's a game where you run a studio and you have to buy like different sets and stuff and set it up, and you can give them different actions and stuff, and then you record the movie and you release the movie and everything. Mm-hmm. Like, it's very simplistic in some of the things. Like, you're limited in what you can do, but it's still also like super ridiculous.
Yeah.
And a lot of fun. And then there's a precursor to that, which probably is completely unrelated, but may have influenced its creation in some way. Mm-hmm. Did you ever play the Hollywood, the game? I think it's just called Hollywood. And it's like, you can write a full script and then you put in like little animated characters and give them actions and things, and like they will actually say it out loud, like in the voices that you give them and shit. It's really cool.
No, I've never even heard of that.
I had it as a kid, and then there's an expansion called Hollywood High.
It's a lot of fun.
It is. It's the best. It's probably one of the influences on me going into film, other than like going to actual film camp.
This is completely unrelated, really. But like the other day, me and my sister were in the living room and my mom was in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden we hear it going, "Carl! Carl!" And I get up and I'm like, what the hell? I go into the kitchen and I'm like, "Are you calling me Carl?" And she's like, "Well, yeah, because no one was responding." So she just started yelling Carl to get our attention.
Has she been watching our Let's Plays or something?
No,
or just...
she's a massive fan of The Walking Dead. So,
oh, so she was pulling a Rick Grimes?
Yeah, she was pulling a Rick Grimes. So I'm like, that's kind of brilliant, and I think I'm going to do that from now on. Whenever I need
paying attention.
Yeah. Carl! Carl!
I keep forgetting that the kid in that is called Carl. I feel like that's a name that's not used very often anymore.
No, it really isn't.
And speaking of scripts, you know what I just got in my email?
What did you get?
The scripts of Con Man.
Oh yeah, because you're supposed to get that.
Yeah, it's a bonus! So it's a PDF. It's 172 pages long.
Wow.
I'm so excited. I'm not going to read them yet because I haven't gotten past, what, episode 3?
Yeah, I think that's where we left off.
Yeah.
Something we have to do. We have a long list of things. Oh, speaking of things that I shouldn't be getting into.
Uh-oh.
I mentioned to you that I started watching Gotham.
Did you?
Yeah, I mentioned it a while ago.
I may not have been paying attention. My bad.
It's really good. It's really good. And I didn't want to start watching it. I've only watched the first season so far. It's that and then I started watching Sense8 recently, and it's like ruining
Sense8?
Sense. Sense8. It's a Netflix original. And it's so good, and I hate myself now because I
haven't heard of it.
Uh,
I still need to watch like season 2 or is it 3 of Arrow.
Okay.
And like I have to finish Arrow. I have to catch up on Supernatural. I haven't seen it since I want to say season 9.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even earlier. Basically like every series I've ever watched, I need to catch up on.
Yeah.
White Collar.
Wow.
What's another good one that I'm watching? Well, not watching because I haven't been watching anything really except Walking Dead, which I still have to catch up on. We're now on season 4.
Yeah. We haven't started it yet. We're going to be starting it today, probably.
I had somebody almost do spoilers, and then I was like, if you
no.
spoil it, I will murder you. Because my friend had like a birthday birthday Christmas party recently, and I went to it. And so I mentioned that I'm watching Walking Dead, and they're like, oh, what do you think? I'm like, I'm just finished season 3. And he's like, well, I'm not spoiling anything, but like, season 2, like, he's like, season 2 was good. Season 3, it was like, not really great. It was very like a low point, but then it gets better. It gets great in season 4, and I'm like, I liked season 3.
Season 3 is good. I enjoyed season 3 as well. A lot of people don't like season 2, but I enjoyed that one as well.
I like them all.
Yeah.
The writing is good.
The writing is really good.
Oh, that's another one. Newsroom.
Yes.
Newsroom. I need to watch season 3.
I started watching Luther with my sister, but she wasn't interested in it, so I didn't get very far with that. I want to keep watching it. It's so good.
I want to start watching Outlander, but I want to watch it from the beginning, and the thing is, like, they don't have it, like, they have stuff online, but, like, they don't have the episodes available to stream, and I really don't like that, because, like, oh, that's another one I have to catch up on. Republic of Doyle. Like, CBC has Republic of Doyle available online to stream. And how they make money off it is they run ads during it, which is actually kind of annoying because of how the buffering works. Which is to say it doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to, like, that's why I'm so far behind on Republic of Doyle, is just because I don't want to have to wait for it to buffer.
Yeah.
Because then it only buffers, like, a little bit, and when you're watching it in high def and you have the shitty internet I have, it's like you're watching it in little clippity clunks. Because the other problem is you'll buffer a whole bunch, and you'll have, like, 10 minutes where it's buffered, but then as soon as it brings in a commercial, it's like, oh, you know all that stuff you had buffered? It's not buffered anymore! Which is really annoying. So, CBC, fix that! But otherwise, yeah.
Who fucked up the sink?
Oh, and Murdoch Mysteries is another one I have to catch up on. I'm a season or 2 behind.
Okay.
Yeah. For those American viewers who are like, what the fuck are you talking about? These are Canadian shows. They're really good. You should watch them. But of the 2, like, I like Murdoch Mysteries, but I'd say of the 2, for people who, like, watch American TV, Republic of Doyle would be the one to watch.
Yeah.
I feel like the writing of Republic of Doyle is snappier.
Okay. I haven't really watched either of them. Like, I've seen bits and pieces of Murdoch, but I haven't sat down and watched anything.
Well, the actual reason I started watching Murdoch Mysteries is because there's a crossover episode with Republic of Doyle.
Yeah.
In Republic of Doyle, and then from that I found out there's a crossover in Murdoch Mysteries, and I was like, well, now I have to watch up to at least that point so I can see it, know what's going on. I was actually very disappointed. Like, the crossover in Republic of Doyle was very well done. I was actually somewhat disappointed in the crossover on Murdoch Mysteries, because it's like, you know when they say it's like Mad Max, where it's like Mad Max is there just to be able to use the name.
Yeah, that's
it
what
was essentially that, where it's like you see him for like 2 minutes. You see him at the start, and it's like, oh great, he's in this episode. That's great, Jake Doyle. Yeah,
I feel like you can't really call something a crossover unless it's actually like, you know, the people are actually players in the episode. You know?
Yeah, like he was a player in it, and that he was like the lead suspect and whatever. But I swear he had like 5 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, they did that with Bones and Sleepy Hollow this season.
I heard about that. Was it disappointing?
It was a little disappointing, a little bit, but not as bad as that.
That's another series I have to watch. Bones, I haven't seen since like season 2. That and Angel.
Yeah,
I have to finish.
Oh, okay.
I haven't finished Buffy. I am so behind on just everything.
That's okay. I feel like you're the exception to the rule. So,
you know, in fact, I don't think I've even finished Charmed.
I don't think most people have finished Charmed.
Yeah, it was kind of like Chris left, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm done.
Even before that, for me, maybe it's because I watched it from the beginning, like when it first came out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Once there was, like, I can't remember, around the time when, Phoebe and
Cole broke up?
Yeah, for realsies. The last time they did it. That's when I stopped watching. Change clothes? No! But I love my clothes!
I know! That's what happened with me too! There is a wardrobe in the house though.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad I don't have to buy it at least.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm broke! I can't afford to change! So this ended up being a very television-oriented...
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll answer it first. Since Farah's... Yeah, just stand there. That's what I want you to do.
I just realized it's another series. I never finished Stargate.
Okay, wow.
Which is saying something, considering it was like my favorite series of all time. And like the showrunner for that is like my hero. And I'm super excited because he's now the showrunner for Riftworld Chronicles.
Okay.
That web series I showed you like the first couple episodes for. We need to finish that too. Yeah. It's only like 6 episodes.
That's cool.
So we could probably do that sometime soonish. So speaking of sometime soonish...
Is it done?
We're there! Ish. So... that's it for this video. I hope you guys didn't get too bored with us rambling about television.
If you have a show that you think we should check out... I think you can kind of sense the stuff that we're into at this point, since we listed 50 million shows. Leave it in the comments. I'm always up for adding new things to our massive list of things to check out.
Yeah, or if you have a favorite episode of any of the ones we've mentioned that you'd like to share.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure I probably haven't seen it. So I guess that's it for this video.
Yeah. So until next time, peeps.
Go play!
Bye!
She just walks in and sees this painting of her and she's like,
do I know you? I've not spoken once.
Saw Mad Max recently.
Oh, how was that?
I hated it.
Really?